What's up, guys? Heretic U here with a quick little update video. We're going to go right into part 2 of my game against the Undead in just a second. But at first I need to announce that we're getting into another game here. It's called Blood and Plunder. It's a historical game with pirates and stuff. Seems pretty cool. I picked up the basic box set of Blackbeard versus Maynard, and so we're gonna dedicate a small series on this channel to painting the models up, to playing the game, and then finally my cesspit of it. So stay tuned, and thanks for subbing, man. Part 1 is cracking at almost 250 views. It's one of the most viewed recent videos that I have in a long time. So thanks, man. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for the comments, and keep it coming. Back to the game.
All right, here we go. Part 2, Sylvan Bowl, Season 14. We got my Dark Elves tied with the Undead. This is going to be quite the finish. You're going to want to watch all 30 minutes of this. I mean, are you? Are you? Anyways, starting off with the kickoff, we got ourselves a blitz. And Undead's kicking to the Dark Elves. And they're going to open up with a blitz. The ball is in a good, favorable position for them to steal it. So, yeah, bad news, bad start for me. He's going to use his block skill and knock me down right on my face. The ball is right there. Is he going to... Well, let's see if he breaks armor. He does not. I think he's going to move in a ghoul. No, instead he goes... moves in for the assist. And... I think that ghoul is finally going to... He's finally going to make it. Yep. Is he going to steal it? He's like... Undead a really, really cautious man. When I was doing the editing for this, just quick side note, man, I had to edit a lot of his analysis paralysis, let's say. But it was a good game nonetheless. Here we go for the pickup. It's going to need a 3 and gets it. So, pretty good turn of events for the end. It's going to ruin my opening turn. So now we're going to have to deal with this. So let's see how we do it. Thankfully, my witch elf is right there. So she's going to move in for a blitz on the ball. He did leave his ball carrier exposed, so and I was able to get him on the first hit. The ball is going to bounce, and it's going to bounce favorably for the Dark Elves. So Dark Elves quickly rush up and pick up the ball and get it away from them. That janky 2+ agility. Gotta love it. There's a dodge, and it looks like we are going to play Cage. Now, it's interesting as I try to make this last dodge to complete the setup. Look at that. Beautiful Cage in the backfield. Now, Elves are a true Cage team, okay? When I Cage, basically, it's just to protect the ball and force your opponent to kind of commit to one side, and then basically you want to use your elfiness to once they collapse, once they commit, you jump out the back door of the cage, and then you dump it off on the other side of the field, and hopefully catch them flat-footed. That's kind of how I play the elf cage as we move into the Undead's first turn. There's a 3-die block, and that is going to be a casualty by Egyptian lover. So Undead drawing blood in their first turn. So great start for them. So both mummies now on the board with casualties. Not as bashy as I thought. I am doing a good job of keep away. Basically when you're the edge team, you want to limit the number of blocks he has. And you do that by dodging out and basically not committing turnovers. So Dark Elves so far are hanging pretty tight, but here we go. This is where it gets a little dangerous, kids, because when you do cage up, your opponent is going to collapse on the cage. Now, I think that was a blitz with the white. Only got a push, but he has a tackle zone right there on the ball. And look at all of these hits that he's got here. So he's going to collapse in and make it really tough for me. But again, this is the gamble that you take, right? You want them to come in. You want them to commit, and once they commit, then you do some janky elf stuff. So we'll see how it works out. Looks like the undead are coming in. The only thing is, I did leave my witch elf exposed, and she's. You never want to expose your witch, right? Because she's gonna get punched, right? You want the witch elf to do punching. That's the tough thing about the witch elf is like, you want her in the play. You want her to get all the punches in. As we got a 2-die block there. I believe that is on. No, that is just on alignment. Pops armor and makes her stunning and brave. Here we go with this is definitely going to be on the witch elf. There you go. You can see he's giving her the finger point of doom. That one's not on the. Is that on the witch elf? Witch elf goes down. Does he break armor? Does not. Oh, is that a KO? It's a KO on my witch elf. He just knocked out my witch elf. That's not cool. So now I got to respond to this madness. I respond with a 2-die blitz right out the gate. We're going to have to block our way through this. So we got another 2-die block resulting. Oh, that was the blitz. I see what I'm saying. So the first move was I moved up to assist and then blocked with the guy that was already there. And here's one of my signatures. Not sure if this is like the best thing, but I usually go cage to side cage. So sideline cage is going to require a lot less people. And now I have a guy, my scoring option on the other side of the field. So the idea is to kind of split up his team. And you can see he's already trying to play a little zone. He's backed off. He's got guys in the open field just waiting. Because, he knows I can't just run in and score. But what he's trying to do is kind of cover and see if I somehow squeeze my way out of that, then, I'll be able to, he'll be able to respond. And it's a good idea, especially if you're slightly slower. And he is playing a slower team, so he's got to be careful not to commit as much. It's interesting. I would be a little bit closer. There you go. Actually, I think if I were the Undead, I would collapse on that sideline cage. He had enough guys there to do it. As the guy goes down to block, looks like. Not sure why, but there's a 2-die block. Trying to figure out his dice. 2-die block in the backfield. Why not collapse on that sideline cage? When I played him before, and I've played this particular coach before, he will normally collapse on that sideline. Basically, you just easily take out a corner and put a guy on the ball, put a tackle zone on the ball, and force me into a bad spot. I think, personally, he might be playing this a little too conservative by having basically 3 guys playing safety out in the open field. But, again, who am I? And the Undead will go. So, not a bad positioning for me. He forgot to cover this guy. So my scoring option is now way downfield. I thought for sure there'd be a blitz on that scoring option, but he didn't. Or a blitz on the corner. I was expecting either. So now that he's spread out, I can actually form a cage again, assuming I make these dodges. Now in his backfield, which now that's a very deadly thing. So I'm trying as fast as I can to get a quick score in. Basically, I want to up the tempo of the game, not making. I want to go up 2-1 and get him in the mindset of, well, now he has to score. And I'm hoping, as we do a 2-die block there, a 2-die blitz continuing down the field. I believe that's going to be a go for it to complete the leg. And again, we have our little cage in the backfield. So we have the cage, we've got the scoring option. We're looking pretty good. I mean, he's going to be able to collapse basically on all sides if he wants to on that cage. Let's see how he handles it. There he goes. So he comes in from the rear. Phrasing. And here comes the collapse. So basically, you want to. This is good stuff by the Undead. You want to cut off my access, and eventually you're going to set up a blitz on one of the corners. So you collapse on the cage, you set up a blitz on one of the corners, and then you end up with that guy marking the ball. And you kind of cut off my escape routes. And he's this time covered my scoring option. So it would take a lot of janky elf rolling. I want to remind you guys that I only have one reroll. So, and it's early in the game. So you don't want to, as we get a, 2-die block. So this is his big play. Doesn't pop armor, but he's got the big guy. He's got the big guy on the ball. So that means basically I'm going to have to do a lot of dice rolls to get out of this situation. And we've got another 2-die block on a lineman. And pops armor again, so we got another stun player. And you can see this is quite a bit of a mess to deal with. So, how exactly are you going to get out of this play? So I'm going to need to blitz. He's got a zombie on the back part of that cage. So I had to do a dodge out. And now I'm going to have to knock this guy down. There's the 2 die. To open up, to give me any slight opening. And I actually pop armor. Not bad. Not bad. So I'm going to have to escape. It's still going to involve a dodge, but you are an elf. So that's a good dodge. The question is, do you dodge the ball first, or do you dodge the scoring option? And I need to score, so I'm going to dodge the scoring option and run into the end zone. Now I'm going to have to dodge my way out and curl around for the open pass. So here comes the first dodge. Dodges with a 2+. And I am open for the pass. That's going to be a 4+, it looks like. 4+ pass. I don't have pass. I do have a reroll. Question is, do you want to use it right now? But we've got a completion and a touchdown. So the runner, Anna, the armed and dangerous, to the linewoman Sandra Bullock. So that's going to be a completion plus a touchdown. So not bad. A lot of SPP going out to some Dark Elves right now. So if you're a probability guy, let's see, what did that play involve? It involved a 3+ dodges, or 2+ dodges, and a 4 up, plus a 2 die block. So a lot of dice rolls as we now kick off to the Undead. They get Blitz, or I get Blitz. So that's 2 blitzes? 2 blitzes, back-to-back blitzes? Pretty good stuff. Fortunately, my blitz is not as effective as his. So, I basically, what I do, blitz a ghoul down, and, blitzing a ghoul down is always a good idea, but couldn't put enough pressure on the ball. Okay, so Undead's opening drive. They start off with a lot of blocking on that line of scrimmage. And we got a KO. So, thin out my numbers here. I've got to survive this initial barrage. It's a 3 die block. Thankfully on a journeyman. Or journeywoman, I should say. Although able to bust armor, that's about it. So she became stunning and brave. And we've got another block. And there's got to be a blitz coming. And that's going to be bad news. But, 1 KO, maybe not that bad. We'll see where the blitz is coming from. Where is the blitz coming from? Is he going to blitz the potential thief out there? Got a girl that could grab the ball, but it looks like he's going on the other side of the pitch and not going after. Or is he going to? Yep, he's going to. He's thinking about it. Oh. Marks one of my open players. Always a good idea. I think this is going to be where the blitz is coming from. So everyone's marked. So good stuff. This is good stuff if you're watching. If you're an Undead player, you're playing against basically an edge team. This is a little different than your average edge team, as he gets a 2 die blitz on the one person that could have, Had he had messed up, I could have maybe stolen that ball. But basically, yeah, you want to if you want to make sure everyone's marked. Here we go. Oh, he misses the pickup, so bird's a reroll. So there's a silver lining for me. Basically, my goal is to try and slow him down for 4 turns. Ghouls are like surprisingly fast, though. At move 7, they're as fast as anybody on my team, and they're pretty good ball carriers. So, me blitzing one down as I get another 2-die block, or that's off the blitz, and I get to mark the ball. So, I'm going to put some pressure on him. Here we go with a dodge. Going around, that's going to require a go for it, and I fail it. I fail to go for it. That's going to be costly. That's a costly turnover right there. Let me tell you why. Because he has basically 4 turns to score, and so basically you want to slow down his ball carrier, gum him up. Turnover like that's pretty early. One, you can see a lot of my players are marked, so those are going to be punches in the face. So, not fun to get punched in the face. And 2, he's going to be able to move pretty freely once he knocks down all my girls. And of course, having all your players knocked down significantly slows them down. Don't forget, every time a player's knocked down, they're -3 movement, unless they have like the jump up skill. It's going to be tough. So he actually can become the faster team by just knocking me down. Oh, but he rolls a double skull, and so has to re-roll that. It gets a better die result. Actually gets a stun off that, so good use of a reroll. But he's sans reroll, so if there's anything that I could say that my team did positive out of this is force him to burn all of his rerolls. Pretty early in his drive, but look how far this ball is. It is now he's in basically scoring territory. So, and he's got a cage. So as the edge player, the way you would normally handle a cage is you would set up pillars of guys to set up tackle zone screens so that the cage can't really move very far. However, all my guys are out of position due to that early turnover and due to being knocked down, that there's no way they're going to recover from this. So I have to play it as we get a dodge here. So we're going to have to converge, and now our defense is going to have to commit. That's going to be a 2-die block. So I'm going to take out a corner, attempt to. 2-die block successful. And I'm going to use the rest of my move to get in there and put a tackle zone on the ball. At least put some pressure on. It's not the best, so I'm going to move in more. My hopes is that basically, he's going to get a bunch of 2-die blocks to free the ball, but it's more dice to roll, right? So, without any rerolls, he could roll another double skull or, the dreaded 1 in 9, which would be, either double skull or both down and skull. It's the best I could come up with at the time, being out of position and everything like that. I want him to try and block his way free, and hopefully one of those blocks ends up to be bad. Again, you're kind of grasping at straws defensively, but what else are you going to do? When you're caught flat-footed and you're caught out of position, you're going to try and do whatever it takes. So we'll see how the Undead play out this turn. So they start by marking. Marking's always good because early turnovers on my side. When you mark players, that's going to be free punches. So we'll see what he does here. He's going to want that blitz to free up the ball. It's a pretty good angle, straight on. So you can put him closer to the wideout. Oh, he didn't blitz. That was not a blitz. He's just moving in for the assist. I guess the way his cage was set up, he didn't need a blitz from there. So he's just gonna block free, which is fine. Or is the blitz coming? Is he trying to get a 3-die? No. He's trying to gum up any future routes for me if he doesn't score, because I think he's going to try and stall. But anyways, 2-die block. Gets the lineman face down. Mummy coming through once again. Another 2-die block. And no stun that time. And the ghoul is free. Basically 2 go for it's away. But why rush the score? Right? So he's going to score on his very last turn. And force me. Well, let's see. That was what, 2 turns? I think he's going to give me 2 turns. No, 1 turn. He'll do 1 turn for me to score. No, I think he gives me 2 turns. Well, we'll have to see. Does he get 2-die block on the journeyman? Now, I do have an angle to get a 1-die blitz. It's going to involve some dodging. But I've been making my dodges. So I feel pretty good about this, Feeling like I'm going to make this. So there's the hard dodge coming up for, well, let's see. I stand up a down player and get them closer to the play. Just in case. Here comes the first dodge. That's good. The easy dodge is a 1+, but I fail it. So, you know what? I'm going to burn my last reroll. Why not?
Yes! I paid off! All those sixes! All those sixes!
So that was like a 1 in 36. 1 in 36. I roll back-to-back 1s. Fall on my face, and that's gonna be all she wrote. I mean, it was gonna be a 1-die blitz. It was gonna be a miracle play, anyways. But I thought, after making the hard blitz, after making that hard dodge, you figured I had it. I had it in the bag. No, I did not. So, double 1s, here they come. And then, screen and throw some punches. Why not? Because we committed an early turnover. Make me pay for my insolence. Or is he going to screen some more? You're going to punch or screen? What are you doing? There you go. I'm going to protect the ball as much as possible. So, basically, he's got the tie in the bag. You can stall out and give me 1 turn and try and score. Here we go with a 2-die block. 2-die blitz. Ends up in a push. Okay, so, alright, well, at least I didn't suffer too badly. Grave Robber is going to get the TD. So congratulations to Grave Robber. The Ghoul with a rushing touchdown. Not much time on the clock for me to score. But you can never count the Dark Elves out. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff result is going to be timeout. So guess what? I get an extra turn at this. So not bad, not bad. Still, it's going to be tough. I'm down a few models. Not really in a position for a quick score, but we're going to try and see what we do. So we're going to open up by... we need to pop a hole in their defense, basically, and send a couple of receivers downfield and try and chuck it. So we've got Blitzer going downfield. Let's see what else I got. So basically, you want to try and get at least 2 guys downfield. That way he can't just blitz your only scoring option away. Here comes the ball pickup. Ball pickup's good. You also need to protect the ball. So that's another consideration here, because he could easily blitz down the ball. This is going to be some crazy dodging, and I didn't make it. So unfortunately, I've got one person that could score. So that's going to be like, that person's going to get blitzed down, or he's going to blitz the ball. I'm not sure which one he's going to do. Either way, it's bad news. Bad news for the Dark Elves. Going to walk away with a tie, probably. We'll see. If he fails, and if he fails the blitz, if something happens. So here he goes, marking the ball. I would have went ahead and just blitzed, or get an assist there and blitz, but it looks like he's covering. He's trying to play as safe as possible to get me, to either get guys in interception range. He's marking every player. And getting everybody in position. Here's 2 die blocks. He's going to continue his bashing on the line of scrimmage. So he's going to knock her down. I don't know, was that enough to pop armor? Doesn't look like it. So we got another 2 die block. And down goes Mummy's putting in work once again. There's a 2 die block, and that's a both down. So that's a key, crucial turnover. That's what happens when you get a little block happy. That's what I was hoping. There is a small array of hope. I just basically have to make a blitz to free up the ball carrier.
Skulls is gonna suck.
Yes, it is. You should have done it. Damn it.
It's
Damn
game.
it. That's game. Damn it.
That
I just
pulled it out of your ass.
And I fail it to the 1 and 9. So she's just trying to free up the ball carrier. I should have just went with the dodge and then the handoff. That didn't work, but that's going to do it for the game. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around, watching. Be sure to hit like and sub.